You've been in situations where someone walked all over you and you didn't even see it coming. You replayed the moment later, thinking of all the things you should have said. The answer isn't that you were weak. The answer is that you didn't know what they knew. Most people go through life seeing only what's right in front of them, reacting to every poke and every bait. But the truly clever watch what people do instead of what they say. They understand that emotional control is the ultimate form of power. If you cannot control your emotions, you become easy to manipulate. You become predictable. And in any competitive environment, predictability is a death sentence. By the end of this video, you will unlock a level of awareness that makes you unshakable. You will stop reacting and start responding. There is a big difference. The problem is that society has programmed you to be a nice guy. You were told to be kind, trusting, and to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. That's not bad advice, but it's only half the story. Kindness without awareness is just an open door for the wrong person to walk through. You've likely noticed that the more desperate you are to be liked, the less people truly respect you. You say yes to things you hate. You stay quiet when you should speak. You laugh at jokes that aren't funny. Little by little, you lose yourself. Society rewards the emotionally detached and the impossible to control, yet it teaches you to be dependent on approval. This dependency weakens your judgment. It makes you a resource to be accessed rather than a person to be respected. But here's the catch. The people who stay on top aren't necessarily the smartest or the strongest. They just understand human nature better. They know that beneath the manners and smiles, humans are frequently driven by fear, self-interest, and survival. They know that people don't run on principles, they run on interest. Principles are just things people talk about when their interests happen to line up with the right thing to do. When they don't line up, the principle disappears with an excuse attached. If you want to master your life, you have to stop evaluating people based on what they say and start watching what they protect. You have to learn the art of the psychological awakening. The first step to emotional mastery is using silence as a weapon. Most people are terrified of silence. It creates pressure. Sit in a room and let 30 seconds go by without saying a word. Watch how fast the other person breaks. 9 times out of 10, the person who fills the gap says something they didn't plan to say. They reveal their worries, their uncertainties, and their hidden motives. Silence is the purest form of emotional control. When you stop rushing to fill every gap, you force the other person to do the work. In a negotiation, the next person who speaks is usually the one who gives something up. If someone insults you or tries to pressure you, don't fire back. Just look at them. Stay calm. Let the silence sit until they backtrack or soften their stance. The person who can sit in silence without flinching holds the power. Next, you must kill your hunger for approval. When you make decisions designed to keep people comfortable, you hollow out your own authority. Real respect doesn't come from being agreeable. It comes from having clear standards and actually holding them. People naturally test limits. They pay attention to what they can get away with. If you allow someone to cross a line with no consequences, you are teaching them that your time and dignity don't matter. You don't need to be aggressive. True strength is calm. When a line is crossed, you respond appropriately or you step away. It's simple, clear, and consistent. This communicates self-respect. And ironically, the people who once ignored you will start paying attention the moment you stop needing theirs. But you have to be careful. As you develop this clarity, you will face what Machiavelli called the blade metaphor. Awareness is like a sharp blade in your hands. It protects you from deception, but it can also cut the person holding it. The more clearly you see reality, the harder it becomes to feel comfortable in ordinary life. You'll sense the tension in a room before a word is spoken. You'll hear a compliment and immediately read the envy or competition beneath it. You might feel isolated, standing behind glass, watching everyone else perform while you see the strings. This is the price of awareness. You stop being surprised by the predictable, but you also lose the innocence of uncomplicated trust. This leads to a critical tactic. Never show desperation. The moment someone sees you need something badly, the power shifts to them. They know you'll accept less. They know you'll wait longer. A prince who begs has already lost because begging signals you have no other options. Leverage comes from the ability to walk away. You must maintain the posture that this is just one conversation among many. Even if you care, you must appear not to. This isn't about being cold, it's about keeping your ground. People read your urgency in your tone and body language. If you don't let the urgency leak out, you stay in control of the outcome. While you're managing your own emotions, you must also manage your image. The world doesn't respond to what you are, it responds to what it thinks you are. This is why smart men never over-explain themselves, especially to toxic people. Toxic people don't seek truth. They seek leverage. They twist your words and use your vulnerabilities as ammunition. When you defend yourself for 45 minutes, you appear uncertain. You're giving them front-row access to your inner world. Privacy is power. You can feel emotions deeply, but you must choose where that energy goes. Sometimes, the smartest move is letting people think they've won while you quietly move toward your own goals. This is where you bridge the gap between Marcus Aurelius and Machiavelli. Aurelius teaches you how to stay steady on the inside. Machiavelli teaches you how to stay protected on the outside. Aurelius reminds us that pain becomes worse when we refuse to accept reality. When someone betrays you, don't waste months asking why. That question keeps you stuck. Acceptance is the first step to moving forward. Machiavelli adds the layer of realism. Don't be shocked by betrayal. If the stakes change, self-interest becomes the stronger force. If you have both inner discipline and outer awareness, you become genuinely hard to rattle. You should also create scarcity around your presence. Constant availability destroys your value. When you're always there, people stop noticing you. But the moment you're gone, they remember exactly what you bring to the table. Familiarity breeds contempt. If you want to be valued, you must have a life that doesn't revolve around being noticed. Have goals that move forward whether people are watching or not. This makes your presence feel intentional and meaningful when you do appear. People naturally respect individuals who are committed to something larger than immediate approval. As you apply these steps, you'll notice that your thinking gets clearer. You'll stop making decisions out of fear or desperation. You'll stop accepting treatment you should have walked away from long ago. This isn't just about winning social games, it's about career and financial sovereignty. High-value individuals, the ones who lead industries and command high fees, are those who cannot be easily replaced. They had something distinct that cannot be found elsewhere. They stay calm when others panic. They solve problems while others are busy reacting. By mastering your emotions, you're not just protecting your peace, you're building a foundation for massive influence and opportunity. But remember, this level of awareness is a habit, not a talent. It requires daily practice. The next time you feel a surge of anger or the urge to over-explain yourself, pause. That one pause redirects a bad decision before it happens. You are not suppressing your feelings. You are choosing your response. You are becoming a more complete person, one who faces hardship without falling apart and deals honestly with the world's ambition. The world looks completely different once you stop seeing people only for who they pretend to be and start noticing the patterns running quietly underneath. Knowledge is your power. Use it to protect your mind and your peace. If this resonates with you, it's time to act. Don't just watch this and go back to autopilot. Audit your circle. Watch what people protect, not what they say. If you're ready to stop being played and start leading, subscribe and join this community of awakened minds. We go deep on the psychology of power and self-mastery because that is what actually changes lives. Comment below with "I see clearly" to let me know you're committed to this journey. Protect your mind, protect your peace, and never stop questioning the masks people wear. I'll see you in the next one.